So, what is up, boys and girls? We are indeed, in fact, back again here in the car. And of course, we have, sorry, that would not be fortunate, but yeah, because the reason why I said that would not be fortunate, because I know that if you put a cross upside down, it would be Antichrist. So, that is not what we are, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we are follower of Christ. So, yeah, we're back now here in the car. One of the last few moments that we'll ever be spending in this car and truly enjoying the journey and enjoying the moment for what it is. And honestly, yeah, man, um, like you guys know up until this point that here back at my mom's, I could call it a rental. We do in fact live in a one-bedroom apartment, and like you've guys seen, I don't have a room. So this is the only place where I can find my place of meditation, visualization, and just being with myself and my thoughts and being with God most importantly. But yeah, as well as doing some work, laptop work, thinking work, whatever type of work it is. Nice place of peace and quietness. But yeah, man. So yeah, I think that's that for this clip. But honestly, all I can say is this is now for my future self. But thank you, bro. Thank you for all that you have done. But most importantly, as we all know, we should thank Christ more than anything else, right? Because it's the only reason why we can do what we can do, right? Because the things we do is not normal in a sense of it's so incredible, it's unexplainable. People call it miracles, whatever like they would like to call it, but I truly believe that anything is possible. Stick to your lane, stick to your whatever you are put out on this planet. Don't look left, don't look right, don't look up, don't look down. Focus on what you are supposed to do. Don't care about what anything anybody else thinks. Don't care about whatever misbeliefs, doubts you have in your head. They merely are not yours, right? You have to understand that 99% of human thoughts now, like 99% of the average individuals, they don't realize this, but whatever's going on in their mind, that's not them, right? It's the music they listen to, the people they surround themselves with, the TV shows they watch, the bullshit porn they watch. Everything that they do most of the time is bullshit. And when it comes to situations where you need to execute on your vision, you need to execute on important decision making, they listen to that voice, but they don't understand that that is not their voice. In fact, it is what they call indoctrination. So it's very important that people understand this. And for those guys watching, because I know like when I'm gonna post this probably won't even get any views, if not mm, few views. But yeah, honestly, it's not for like I knew from the start of the beginning that it's not for now. It's only for later, so that people can see that this was in fact not an overnight success. It was a journey, it was a process of everyday iteration, everyday consistency, everyday action, and just waking up and literally not caring what happened yesterday, whether it was a good day, whether it was a bad day, doing better and improving. And yeah, so yeah, I have a little bit of sinus, but in any case, it's fine. But yeah, yeah, I think that wraps it up for this clip. And yeah, honestly, truly grateful. But something else that's very nice and interesting is this Bible verse that I love to read. It is Matthew 20. I believe what 22, yeah, Matthew 22 verse 21, right? And it's a very important verse. I think this verse alone explains the whole beliefs behind being a follower of Christ, and it is literally the following. Jesus told them, I tell you the truth, if you have faith like this and don't doubt, you can do things like this and much more. You can even say to this mountain, may you be lifted up and thrown into the sea, and it will happen. You can pray for anything, but only if you have faith, you'll receive it. And that's a very, very important verse. Because faith is the fundamental requirement for anything in life, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, right? You believe it's going to be bad, so what happens? It's bad. But if you believe it's going to be good, what happens? It actually turns out to be pretty good, huh? And yeah, so yeah, faith in everything, like seeing, not necessarily seeing, but just believing, bro. Like believing without even seeing it, without even touching it, smelling it, experiencing it. Just knowing, you know what, one day I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it one day. I don't know how, where, what, when, but I just know I'm gonna make it. And I'll just put one foot in front of the other. And yeah, man, that's honestly what I can tell you from since the start of my journey. Bro, like the start of my journey was like probably I'm not even sure what age exactly. Because, like, I could say the start of my journey was when I was 6 years old, when I started picking up the camera and just showing myself to the world on camera. I could say it was the first time I started my business back in primary school. In fact, back in preschool, flipping toys. Like, bro, I'm not even sure exactly, like, but all I can say is, like, my journey started, like, way younger than most people think and really realize. But I'd say probably started between the age of 12, right? The small steps. And of course, it progressed more when I was 14 and between the age of 14 and 15. And then it really took a step further when I was 16. And then now, at the time I'm shooting this is when I'm 18 now. Like now it's happening. Like now I'm looking back, it's like, whoa, what the hell? Like everything. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the external things, right? For example, I mean, yeah, make money, you get your first bike, get all these things, your first phone, I mean, your first iPhone, your first laptop, first MacBook, first M8, and all those things. And people call those things wins. To be honest, for me, that is not a win. For me, a win is the internal things, the things you went through that you got over, right? Stop being insecure is a bigger win than buying the M8 or the M4 or the M3 or the Ross. That's a bigger win than anything else. Removing a bad habit, right? That, trust me, bro, that is one of the biggest wins anyone can achieve, honestly, right? Because like people don't understand. They think it's a matter of the external things, right? I like you want to achieve success when you have X amount of followers, when you have X amount of body weight, when you have X amount, all of those things are external. But if people start realizing that it all starts in the mind and it all starts in the internal world, and they start working on themselves from the inside, the outside will naturally come into place because your inside isn't set, right? And that's one of the biggest lessons that I've honestly learned. It starts from the inside. People think it starts from the outside, right? It starts from the inside. Whatever it is you're trying to build, trying to do, I understand it starts from the inside. And that's why, especially in the beginning of your journey, trust me, bro, work on your inside like more than anything else, right? I was clocking in like 2 hours, 3 hours of meditations, right? My mom, my dad, everyone in my family like thought I was crazy. It's like this guy, he's closing his eyes and sitting down with earphones in his ears and just sitting down in stillness. And he says he's not crazy, and every single day doing that. right? And yeah, but they don't understand. Do you understand what meditation actually means? For me, it's getting like information from God, right? And once you get used to getting information from God, you don't want to ever stop because He shows you truth in no ways ever seen before, right? You see the world for what it really is. You see what really like how the world works from His lens, from His perspective. One thing I realized is God does not think in days, in years, in decades like you do, right? You are thinking only for the next 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 70 years. Bro, He's thinking in decades. I mean, He's thinking in generations, right? You're flipping like, you're million years in front of you. And yeah, man, it's honestly amazing, right, to be in that space, in that privilege, because most people throughout their entire lives, they don't even get that, so privileged to, be in a position where, like, yeah, like, I'm honestly, I am very quite privileged in many ways, but, yeah, but I put myself, I made myself privileged, if you understand. It's like people say you get lucky. You do get lucky, but people don't understand you created that luck, right? For example, you run into somebody and they offer you 100 rand. Now, 100 rand's too little. Say 100 million rand, right? They just say, you know what, bro, just take this money because I don't know what to do with my life. I'm so rich, take it, right? People would say he got lucky. He didn't get lucky. He created his luck because that same very day he could have said, nah, you know what, I'm gonna press the snooze button and sleep 2 hours more. But no, he said, no, what, I'm gonna wake up early, right? Because I want to show up early, right? And he showed up early, and then he got to meet this guy, give him 100 million rand. You understand? So it, you do get lucky, but you don't understand. You created that luck, right? That's one of the big things people do not understand. But yeah, that was that. And yeah, keep on hustling, keep on grinding. To my future self watching this, thanks, bro. Um, means the world to me, right? Make me proud. And yeah, believe in your craft. Don't let anyone tell you shit. And make sure you live a life that is authentic to no one but yourself. But most importantly, know that the truth shall set you free and put Christ first in every single thing you do. What is that? Well, I'm speaking so much, there's spit on the screen. But yeah, that was that. And see you on the other side.